Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. Massive apologies for no videos for the past couple of days. I don't know if you guys have seen my post on my community tab, but I haven't been very well lately. I actually had to go to the hospital on Thursday, which is why there's been no videos since then, or Wednesday even, and also why there was no Marketwatch. Good news though, the first video I thought I'd bring back to you guys was Marketwatch, so that's what we're going to go through today on a Sunday only special, just because I wanted to make sure we did a full year of doing it once a week. And I didn't want to have that drop so close to the end, and I wanted to keep the momentum going for December. We have had a phenomenal December so far, thanks to your guys' support, your likes and your subscriptions. So I'm back on it to jump through it and try and keep the grind going. So in terms of this week, in terms of the big updates, we had the 110 woodcutting and fletching. Very interested to see how this is going to affect the Grand Exchange this week. Obviously, the wood spirits are going to be massive. Going to be very high in price for certain ones, but I'm interested to see like how aggressive they do the price changes on them as well. Now, something here, Return to the Desert Beneath Scarab Sands. I'll do a post on that a little later on, along with like some other little bits I was going to do for videos this week. I'll try and sort of like squish them into a slightly longer video just so I can get some stuff I've already recorded out and then include some other stuff in as well. I think that'll be pretty good. We'll go over that as well because it'll be a nice little interesting update for next year, because it's nice to see what we've got coming forward. But without further ado, we are here for one thing and one thing only. Welcome to the Runescape 3 price rises and price falls for the Grand Exchange for this week. So as always, we're going to start with price rises. And as we see from the top, absolute no surprises that we are hammered with the wood spirit. So I'm still very much planning to do quite a lot around the woodcutting update. I'm going to do a full sort of review of the woodcutting update. We're going to delve into the fletching as well. So woodcutting and fletching. I know I'm a bit late to the sort of trend, but I like to see like with the money making side, like I'm more here for money making as opposed to like the PVM side or the XP side. I'm here to see what I can do just to make a bit of GP and stuff. So I always think that even though I'm slightly later than the others and there's videos already out, maybe I can put a little twist on it from my perspective and how I do videos, which make it a little different. So we shall see. But Eternal Magic Wood Spirit is 92,000 coins each, which very interested to go and have a look at those. I think they drop on the enemy table. So enemies again might be another one to go and venture into to see how good they are in terms of GP. The fact that enemies now have Primal Stone Spirits and the Eternal Magic Wood Spirits might make it a really like a hard focus Slayer task just for sheer GP now, because they're just ways to print some money. Like Primal Stone Spirits still hold their price pretty hard at 20k, and from what I remember, you got a decent amount per hour, so like they're just adding to that as well. The Masterwork boat is valued at 466.7. Obviously they messed up their original start prices. I wonder if they've fixed the buy ranges. I haven't actually logged in since Wednesday, so this is the first time I'm actually feeling well enough to do anything. So I thought, because it's Sunday, because I'm just sat doing not a lot and watching videos and stuff, let me do Marketwatch and we can do that. But I'm interested to fix buy limits and stuff like that. But we'll definitely be doing a video about the bow. We have the lens currently at 10 mil, magic, teak, willow, wood, and oak, all the way up. The video we did on the lower tier stone spirits went down phenomenally well, and I'm not really surprised because it was a phenomenal moneymaker. How it sort of worked out to be that good, I'll never know. But yeah, if you've not done it yet and you still want to watch it, it will be linked to this video. It can quite comfortably be, depending on what the prices are. When I did it, it was 25 mil, and there was a lot of comments on that video quite quickly saying like, this will crash, it's not sustainable, and I fully agree, it's not sustainable. But with the amount of demand on those stone spirits at that time, prices which were going like down weren't going to stay down for a while. Like I sold oak stone spirits when I was making that video at 80k. I actually had to buy some for 300k to finish my axe, which was clever on my end. But yeah, it's worth checking margins though before you touch any form of stone spirits. Check your margins, because you could get burned quite hard if you go spend all that time and they turn out that they're actually not actually worth it. Eternal Magical Shaft 384, the magic short bow is 102k, which is pretty mad. Again, the fletching video I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be quite good to have a look into. So Acadia 1.6k, we have Mortmire Fungus 1.6k as well. Noxious Longbow 293 mil, and the Primal Bar 38.8. I believe that's probably due to all the primal stuff down here on the way up. We have an iron bar at 3.4k each, steel bar 3.2, the primal arrowheads 579, primal limbs 1.3, primal bolts 579. I don't imagine that's anywhere near where it's going to be as well, and the crossbows 1.7. Again, we'll do a video later in the week going through all the primal stuff, both fletching and smithing, just see what it's worth and how much it's worth doing there. So from what it seems, it's going to require noxious stuff to make the bow, so I'm not going to go into that too much, but again, it's a really good reason actually. It's probably going to make a Raxor even better money. I think that's a bit of a, I don't know if that's the best move in my opinion, because a Raxor was solid already. Like, for what a Raxor was, I do think it was probably the most consistent of like the next tier up. Maybe you could have looked at like Virago. It's like a Raxor is way better GP than what Virago is. So again, I don't know if Virago is involved or not. I've not looked, but yeah, it's a bit weird that they went for Noxious, especially with Noxious has like a link to components and invention as well. But there'll be ideas either way. So we've seen the Noxious staff also up as well. The Glorious bar is 7.4 mil. Addy Stone Spirits 26 GP each. Unicorn Horn at 714. Strung Rabbit's Foot, again, Woodcutting update 12.5k. We have the Red Die 7.3k Christmas event. Emerald 675 GP each. We have the Incandescent Energies 3221. The Eternal Magic Woodcutting box 212k. Gift Wrap Scythe 3.6 mil. We have Water Runes 49 GP each. We have Torn Grimoire page. Second week, that's on price rises, 4.9 mil now. Again, a really good way to bump up your Slayer GP is to do Moss Golems. Moss Golems are a very, very good task. And having Grimoires at a high sort of price just bumps up your GP there, which is always good to see. Orichalcum bars, 9k each. Onyx bolts E on the way up. And I saw something about, I don't know if it was the Onyx tips or the Onyx bolts, but they've had a massive bump up. And it's almost to the point like, I was looking and thinking like, they're not worth either putting, yeah, they weren't worth, they've had a big bump up or a big rise in price. So bolts E, 6.6k each, which don't get me wrong, with a nature you will still make money alching them, but yeah, it's a big jump for those. Eternal Magic Starks, the short bows again, like this week, especially with price rises, there's going to be so much of a fletching stuff here because it's so much new and brand new items as well. Runic Tuner 154.7, the Roar of Awakening still on the rise, 84.7. Robe of the First Necromancer 230 mil, the Crown is 68.5. Dragonkin Bones, 17k each, very decent, and probably gives Kerapac a pretty decent GP per hour. We have Mithril Dart at 12 GP each. The Black Christmas Scythe, 71.4. If you've been really good on your advent calendar, you're probably getting this today. I have not, so I haven't. Ode to Deceit, nearly 100 mil. 100 mil for those tier 95 weapons. Hypno Wand up to 164.9. The Purple Sense Hat, 73.2. Mahogany Frames, 46.5. And that's pretty much it. It's a pretty trash sort of price rise this week because, well, in one sense, because all of the items from the Woodcutting and Fletching updates have dominated this page. But the Woodcutting update should be seen as a massive way to make some GP as well. We've got Fletching out of it. You can fletch stuff to do it as well. We've got the smithing. You can make all the primal stuff to then fletch as well and make crossbows to sell for even more. If you don't have any sort of requirements to say like make the primal or woodcut or fletch, you can just like feed the supply to the people who want these. So like making things for porters, making things for urns, making things for like jujus or like potions or anything that boosts woodcutting or smithing efficiency or speed will be in demand because people know that this is like the in moment to like make money with this as well. Although one thing I would say is if you haven't done it yet and you want to do it, or if you're looking to make some like quite quick GP, check the margins for these like low stone spirits. I don't know if they'll still be as good now because they were just stupid at one point. But if they're still the kind of prices they were when I did the video the other day, again, I'll put it in the sort of corner of the video at the start of, again, I'll put it in the corner of the video. Go and try that out because it was stupid profit for what it was. It is the easiest money you'll ever make, and that's what you got to do. You got to capitalize why it's here. But yeah, just because you don't have requirements to make money a certain way, like with all this fletching and smithing and stuff like that, and don't mean you can't benefit from it. You can just find another way to do it, which, if anything, because people focus so much on the actual update and like the new way to make money, the other ways or the old ways make more money because there's less people doing it. So all the earns and the jujus and all the other stuff can be even better. Right, so price falls. Now this might be quite quick because we are in cosmetic season. And again, I don't want to take too much of you guys' time. And I know I'm waffling a little bit because I am still a little bit all over the place, but we'll be quick. Right, so candy canes all the way down for all of these, and we also have the festive skeleton and phantom. We have elder logs 8.1k, huge decrease, and I kind of get it really because these brand new eternal magic logs are just so much better. Like the woodcut mechanics, the fact that they've got a 5-minute timer on the trees are all together, they're really good XP, like. You know me, you know I am a very big Elder Log fan, and yeah, I'm a full convert. Dragon Hatchet 330, I think that's a little bit of hype of people thinking you need a Dragon Hatchet. The Primal Hatchet 262.7, Puzzle Skipping Tickets 2.3 mil. Might be worth keeping an eye on these if you're a big clue scroller, because these could be worth picking up if you want them, and if you're planning to do quite a lot of clues in the future. These do have a habit of being in demand at times as well, so like, as you can see, like this is probably the lowest point they've been in 6 months. They are on a hard crash. So I don't know if something's happened, whether I'm not a cluer, so whether old ones come to Mac finally, because that's why it drove the price up so high. But yeah, if that could be a reason to have a look at those. But be very careful though, because they're expensive for what they are. They've always been an item where that's just people being lazy, and they've always been high because of that. Primal Stone Spirit is 22.7k. Again, if you are a big mining fan, which for me, I've kind of fallen in love with mining since starting the Iron Man, and I think with like being able to work from home a bit more, I'm definitely going to be doing like mining just while working to like 200 mil, and just because I think it's just an easy like way to make a little bit of profit while doing it. Like I'm not in a rush. It's not my own time, and like I don't need to be max efficiency because I can't really, but yeah, so that's pretty decent there. We have rune darts 15 GP each. You can buy those and sell them to the shop for a little bit of profit. Bone rune 343. We have maple logs 304. Elder seed is 48.6k, and a broad arrowhead 76 GP each. Pretty decent fletching XP to be fair at that price, especially if you're looking to get after it as well. Primal arrow 952 each. Rune dart tip 362, rest in peace. I think this is going to be the end of these two, the rune dart tip and the rune arrowheads. Yeah, it might still be to a point where it's still worth like running an ult for it, but it's not going to be as good as the glory days. I think that's one gone. It's gone, boys. It's not coming back. I think people realize now how easy smithing is. That smithing update where you can just click the anvil, it's beautiful, and I really think it's one of the best like quality of life updates they've done. Ruin that method because people just didn't want to like make 26 and just AFK, whereas now with it just being one click, it's just too easy to run ults, multiple ults as well. So yeah, that one is gone. Dragon dart tip 22.6k. We have black dragon hide 1.7k, Eric bones 9.7, Dagonoth hide 3.4, reinforced dragon bones from rune dragons 48k, runite ore 3.5, hellfire metal 10.6k. Very cheap, like really cheap for something used for binding contracts. I know we're not really in binding contract season, but it's never far off. All you need is a big PVM boss release, PVM updates, and then binding contracts are up, and then hellfire metal and blood of orcas are going up. So for me, that's definitely one to keep an eye on anyway. Ectoplasm 1.3k is pretty cheap. I would look to stock back up on that if I am low. Soft clay 1.9k, very good if you're someone who does a lot of earns, very good price there. Magic logs 817, Malchik green 9.9, really good if you're looking to do a lot of tetracrumses or if you've got a lot of stuff stocked. Primal extract 1.6k, a bond 147.2 mil, rune bolts 296, royal dragon hide 2.4k, undead dragon leather 4.6k, greater necroplasm 297, bloodbead seed 13k. And Dino Arrow 881. Frost Dragon Bones still 22.3k, which is pretty good. Everlight Silver Roll 8.9k. We have a Blood Reaver 83k. Rest in peace, Sweet Prince. It was good while it lasted. Yeah, a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of things there this week. quite a lot of archaeology items, materials I'm talking about, sorry. Surprised by Hellfire Metal. It's not something I would advise having huge quantities of, but if you're someone who does do like a lot of binding contracts, whether it's for GP or you make your own, could be worth looking at to sort of pick some up and stuff like that. But apart from that, definitely some things to keep an eye on. If you're trading prayer, bones seem to be on the way down. Again, those archaeology items, and they're actually pretty decent. Everlight silver ore is used quite a lot. Marchart green, again, for me, I'm looking to do some touch compasses over Christmas. That'd be a nice little pickup because I can like save quite a bit of GP there, and I'm not like hating my life because it's expensive. And for the skillers, like soft clay, you just get some cheap resources for your urns. And yeah, it's pretty big, but a lot of things have crashed off the back of like the fletching updates, like a lot of methods. I don't think it's going to be the bad degree is what it is, because these methods which have been released are absolute high tier. So people will still need things like rune dart tips to get to 99 to then get to like this primal level of fletching, or this eternal magic level of fletching and stuff like that. So I do think things like rune darts, hopefully on a double XP, could bounce back a little bit. Yeah, apart from that, not too bad for both. Again, a lot of this has basically been around the woodcutting and fletching updates. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some videos during the week just to go through it all as well. Lots of things to catch up on. I am sorry if this has been a little longer than normal. I've had to like sort of stop and start because I've been coughing. So that's why things might just start like randomly and sporadically and stuff, and not quite sort of like link up as if I'm in one big sentence. But thank you guys for waiting for the episode. I didn't want to really like skip on Friday, but I was that out of it. I kind of like slept past Marketwatch anyway. So yeah, but we are back. Hopefully it's not too bad during the week and I can be back to normal and pumping out the content. But we'll be back very soon with the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Drop your comments down. How have you done this week with the woodcutting and fletching update? Is there anything you've done differently? Is there anything which is working for you in terms of flipping or money making? If you want to drop us in, that is. And yeah, basically just thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for your kind comments on whoever put on a community post yesterday. Really do appreciate it. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I drop things on the community page, like if the video is going to be late, if there's an issue, just so you guys can see if there's a problem as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.